Also at this hour, the Southeast Asian nation of Myanmar is all set to carry out its first judicial executions in decades. This as Myanmar's junta said that appeals by two democracy activists have been rejected, thus paving way for the first judicial killing since 1990. According to reports, Myanmar's junta will execute 4 prominent democracy advocates, including former lawmaker from Aung San Suu Kyi's party, Zaire Thol, who was arrested last year and was sentenced to death in January on charges of treason and terrorism. Prominent democracy activist Kyo Min Yu, who received the same sentence for the military tribunal, will also be put to death. 2 other men who were convicted and sentenced to death for killing a woman they alleged was an informer for the junta will be executed too. Junta spokesperson said that the court has rejected the pleas of the convicts and that a proper legal procedure will be carried out in accordance to prison rules. No date has been set for the executions yet. Since last year's coup, the military regime has handed down death sentences to at least 113 people for their roles in the armed resistance against the military. But none of these sentences have been carried out so far. Despite nearly 108 countries now formally abolishing death penalty as a form of punishment, the number of judicial executions have spiked across the globe. At least 579 people were put to death in 18 countries in 2021, an increase of 21% from previous year's figures. Most known executions took place in China, Iran, Egypt, and Saudi Arabia. Myanmar junta's latest decision to carry out death penalties for dissidents has raised fears of a worsening humanitarian crisis in the country. United Nations said it was deeply troubled by the latest announcement, describing as a blatant human rights violation. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres, meanwhile, has called for the charges to be dropped immediately. The February coup that ousted Suu Kyi's civilian government in Myanmar has unleashed an atmosphere of terror in the country. Thousands have been killed in multiple crackdowns since last year. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.